Hold on. Now it's red. So the fifth one is it. It says recording.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fuck yeah, boy! And we're back. Jamaican foghorns. Whatever they are. Guys, we're back. It's been a minute. Do you miss us? Do you miss me? It's your boy Lust, and welcome to the Talk About show with Lust. And we're here again, season 4. It's been a while. According to what we check, it's been 7 months. But as you can see, we remodeled the place. We got new angles. And of course, we got new guests. And to start it off, why not start it with someone I know for a good minute and very close with? The good old homie, Nicole.
Hi.
Come on down.
I want to sound.
I got you on the claps.
Hello.
This place is recorded in a live audience.
Oh my God, dude, this is going to be diabolical.
Diabolical.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
I think it's the perfect time to even have you now that we got some floral in the background. And
oh my God. Queen of Flowers.
Yeah, Queen of Flowers. Yeah.
This is my vibe. I love this wall. This is my favorite wall on the spot.
We've been talking about doing something for you a long time on this wall, and here we are.
Here I am.
Here we are. So, guys, per usual, on the show, we interview a bunch of my friends, and I act like I don't know them and ask them questions so you guys can get to know them.
Oh, I'm nervous.
So
here we go.
Even though I know some of these answers, Nicole, we're here to share for the world.
I'm excited.
So, Nicole, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing really good, honestly. You've known me for a while. You've seen me crash out.
Yeah.
A lot. It's been a pretty good couple of years. Yeah. I've been doing pretty good the last 2 years. Just the stuff's been really, really good. Yeah, I've been fishing.
Hey, Florida
I'm single.
Activity. Hey. Or do we hit it with that? It
is literal magic. It's not. It's shocking. I know. Everyone's dropped dead on the floor. I'm single. I'm gonna stay that way too.
Bitch, I'm single. And I'm single.
Word. So I can't, dude. Why? This is why I don't have a boyfriend.
So, guys, me and Nicole go back to when I had the good old Wob Gallery. We met each other very randomly when we were having underground weed parties.
Oh my God! Do you remember running from the feds?
Well, Nicole was there when the first weed party happened in Miami, and I guess the situation was over parking. Everyone thought they were getting raided.
I mean, they said it was over parking, but you could hear the music from 5 blocks away. It smelled like a Wiz Khalifa concert.
To have 50 pounds of weed in a building.
Yeah, it was crazy. That was the first time I had jumped a fence to run from the cops since I was like 12. So
wow,
I was like in my late 30s.
Do you feel good? Was it a good jump?
Yeah, it was. I got like a massive cut on my leg, but I was like keeping up with the young kids, dude. I was like, no way, dude. I was like, I'm not built for jail. I was like, no.
And that whole event, one of the homies took the whole hit because that motherfucker's a Purple Heart.
Dude, hey, good man. That's a G. Shout out to my boy. I'm not gonna say your name, but you know who you are. We fuck with you heavy.
For real. I haven't seen him in forever.
He got married, bro.
I know that.
Yeah. Him and his lady got married.
That's dope.
I still run into him and BK, and we're all just kind of doing our thing. But yeah, it's weird. We're all still kind of connected. Yeah, he's good people. Hey,
look, that's me right there.
Yeah, he literally took the fall for 500 people.
A lot.
It was wild.
A lot. That shit was
wild.
wild.
His mugshot was on the news.
Yeah. Guy has a Purple Heart. Very impressive.
Yeah, for sure. That dude. Forever.
Drop some bodies, save some bodies.
Oh my God, God damn.
But besides that, so we met through those weed parties. Long story short, eventually you
rented out your space.
Rented out my space to have a party, and then that was it.
Yeah.
The rest was history.
I think I actually had a couple events there that went really. I did my ex's birthday, and then we had another little thing there. I would say
2 or 3. Collectively.
Yeah, it was cool.
And then also knowing Jason, good old Owens.
You started tattooing for Jason, and that was crazy. No. Or you started working there?
No. So he was my neighbor. Oh. But I never ended up working. But at that time, I was getting my whole neck tattooed by Jason.
Okay. Yeah. See, I thought for some reason that you had worked over there in Hollywood because Twisted Heart is in Hollywood, which is funny. I actually got tattooed there in the early 2000s.
That was my first tattoo right here.
Oh my God, dude! I have a money rose on my arm, and you either know what it is or you don't.
I've never gotten one,
dude. Everyone that worked at Twisted Heart had one.
I know. Honestly, I wish I got some of those hood tattoos back in the days,
dude. You know, it was really lame though. All the guys had a really cool hood one. And I was like, oh, can you put like purple, green, and pink in it? And they're like, I guess. And I was like, well, that was a fucking stupid decision. But I still have that tattoo.
Yeah, I never got a money rose, unfortunately. I mean, they're still super popular.
Maybe I need to do a money rose on you. Maybe we figure it out. Yeah.
That'll be dope.
Yeah.
I'll dig it. That'll be really cool.
That'd be cool.
I don't even have, I mean, I've been trying.
We're ADHDing. So we met at the.
No, but I was just going to say, there's been so many times we planned to get a tattoo and I've never gotten a tattoo from you.
I know you were supposed to get your face and your throat by me.
Yeah.
But then you watched me tattoo a couple of times. You're like, I'm good, dude.
No, not even. But no, yeah. So we met at the fucking convention. No.
We started
after, so after the WOB, we probably didn't see each other for like 2 years, and then I started getting to the tattoo world because I was tattooing with Alchemy with good old Ralph.
Yeah. Wait, those are the ones where they have like the really big booths, right? No. Ralph was the one that stayed in our hotel room. I remember that was
back
crazy.
In the days.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I worked for Ralph for a little bit. And then after that, I started doing conventions by myself, and then we linked up for Baltimore.
Yeah,
and
we did.
That shit was lit. And
that
then
was wild.
Since then, we
did Baltimore and Philly. Remember?
Yeah.
We drove and did both. It was like a 10-day trip.
Baltimore was lit because it was two things. Someone fucking pulled the fire. Oh
my god, I remember that.
The fire, whatever. And then another thing, I remember the chicken tenders and the corn dogs caught on fire at the kitchen, so everyone had to get out. And I remember that I was like, bro, this is probably the most black t-shirts I've ever seen in my life. The whole place, and everyone
oh my
was
god,
like,
you're right. We were all standing on the road, and everybody was like so confused.
And everyone was like, another thing I kept remembering that the security came along and they were like, "You guys have to leave. This is not a drill." Like,
oh my god.
And everyone was like, "I'm not leaving my machines here." And I was like, "Agreed. We're staying here."
Yeah, we were all standing outside with little like Pelican cases and like little handheld suitcases. That was actually really crazy. I forgot about how chaotic Baltimore was. To be honest with you, the whole time was like mental.
Yeah, and I got drunk at the Pickle all the time.
Oh my god.
You had that apprentice.
Yeah, I went back to the Airbnb to play mom because we had like 8 people with us who were like 5 years younger than us.
And
new tattooers.
I remember your boyfriend at that time put some nasty shit on your apprentice's pillow and he cried about it.
Oh my god, dude. Coattails. Yeah. That's what all the guys at the shop call him. Coattails? They're like that dude that wasn't good at tattooing until he met you and like reaped your benefits. I was like, yeah.
I feel like he was a South Florida Burt Crack. But it was crazy. There was a lot of people getting those like...
You would be jizzing in his pants if he knew that you called him that. And if Bert knew that you compared him, he'd be devastated.
I know. I feel him. But
he wanted to be bad.
I believe it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I said it is because the guy was like literally redoing his work.
Yeah. Bert made like wonky, badly drawn traditional really cool.
Yeah.
But nobody does it like him. Yeah, you could tell every time.
And it was crazy because at that time, there was so many people trying to do that whole shitty traditional tats.
Yeah.
And it was upsetting.
Well, it's because a lot of people weren't good at tattooing. And they, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, if I can do shitty tattoos and make them look shitty and get paid for it because I like look like I should ride a fixed gear, then it's going to,
Yeah, that's another
dream
thing.
big.
That's like people are also like trying to fit a look when tattooing is not even a look. You're just a tattoo artist.
I mean, when I think about the way that not me, because I always dressed pretty cool, but like 15 years ago when I was tattooing, because like, dude, I've been tattooing professionally since 2007. Man, they dressed real bad. Real bad. Times have changed.
Yeah.
And it's a whole different fashion now, tattooing.
Yeah. And even the people that tattoo now are just fucking
terrible.
Weird.
What?
Yeah, no, they're just fucking weird as fuck. Honestly, it's like a bunch of poser like fucking extorting our industry.
I know.
No one's really a badass no more.
I've like never like wanted to be like a gatekeeper, but then I hit like almost 20 years tattooing, and after like 25 years of working in the industry, and I'm like got gray hair and like I hate my life because of it. It's like gatekeep.
Yeah, no,
gatekeep.
I tell some people
become a circus.
I've gotten to the point that if you want to be a tattoo artist and I would teach you, is like I would be like, do you graffiti? Oh, you don't? No, you can't work here.
Do you want my reaction when people like pretend that you want an apprenticeship and you want a tattoo and ask me?
So hey, I want to apply for here. A lot of size. I feel you. Like, oof.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna make any money. You're gonna have serious trauma.
Honestly, to be a fucking tattoo artist, you almost have to be like an OG drug dealer. Understand the waves. Because there's going to be months that you're fucking killing it. And there's months that you're gonna be like, why the fuck do I do this? I should just get a regular job.
Well, back then we were writing off of childhood trauma and coming from the hood. Now they're writing off of like parents that sent them to Juilliard and they like bounced out to like tat, you know?
And it's crazy because
totally
like I've never
different.
seen so many tattoo artists have both their parents in their lives.
Oh my God, for real. That shit's crazy too. Dude, you know, listen, I was talking about this recently with someone else who'd been tattooing. They've been tattooing longer than me. This dude's got like 30 years. And he was like, have you ever seen so many well-off people tattooing? I was like, no, I literally had no choice. It was like stripper or tattooer. Like nothing. There was
I've never seen so many mentally healthy people tattoo.
Right? Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Just got their shit together, save money, drive a Prius.
Right. Well, that's because now we have things like
bottom,
HR departments. My career's over. Good thing I have fishing.
Yeah, for real. It's funny because I was explaining to Stephanie's nephew the other day. It's like back in the days, bro, the gay men wouldn't take turns on top or bottom. It was like you're either the top nigga or you're the bottom nigga.
Yeah, there was like no in between.
No,
it's gotten real confusing.
Now it's like they're down. They take turns depending on the weekend or the weekday. You could be a bottom nigga.
Do you know what I've learned since I've started fishing in South Florida? That there's lots of dudes that fish that are secretly gay. Oh. It is crazy. They're like married with wives and they're like blowing each other behind fucking like the boat.
This
ramps.
is actually very upsetting to even talk about.
Oh my God, they're never going to invite me
and
to
I
fish
can't believe
again.
this is why we're starting the season
never
with
again.
type of BS. But listen,
I just wanted me here.
Hey, I just found out my landlord's gay. And no problem to being gay.
No problems.
No. My landlord back home, that guy, he's gay as fuck. And it's crazy.
Did you know he was gay always?
Until I tattooed my neighbor and he was like, whatchamacallit ever did some funny shit with you? I was like, nah, he's weird and he's a drunk. But he was like, nah, you never seen his boy toy? And I was like, no, nigga. And he was like, nah, he's gay as fuck. So apparently he has a girlfriend and a boyfriend. But
I honestly question any man that calls another man gay as fuck. Like, I'm almost like, are you the one that's gay? And like, you like me? And like, you're trying to like make me throw my guard off and think that other homie's
like
gay? That's
super,
like crazy.
It's just becoming very super common. I even told Stephanie, it's like, whatever's in the water, keep that shit far away. Because this shit's on this shit's on a fucking mission for straight.
Oh my God, dude.
Like,
I know. It's
bro, Rick
crazy.
Ross came out.
Yo, I mean, are you fucking surprised? Like, I don't know if you remember, but when we were younger, I mean, I was sad too.
Like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I know.
But no, so my Rick Ross was fucking holding a nigga down around his waist.
So here's the thing about that. Apparently that's his ex-girlmind that's just like looks like a boy.
No.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
No,
you know why?
no.
Because I've tattooed some of those those Miami rappers, and I'm not gonna say names, but I can tell you for a fact, some of them sneaky gay.
No.
And now it's like
I mean,
becoming
Kevin
more
Gates be talking
normalized.
about that shit.
Yeah, he's been talking about that.
I know, but that's just weird. All that shit's weird, guys.
Nas used to talk about that shit
cool.
too. It's not. I mean, listen,
do whatever
I
you
don't
want
to say it's not cool because like I would still like to tattoo for at least a couple more years. But I will say this, like, listen, you know, we just got to stop pushing it on everybody.
No, but I also feel like let's be honest.
No need to lie.
Yeah.
No need to lie.
Like, why hurt our feelings so later on? My thing is, and it's also as crazy. So like, I'm over here like thinking about my landlord talking about like, you know, hunting trips and shit. It's like, oh, that's what it is. You didn't get a divorce because of a DUI. You got divorced because your wife found out that there's nothing else she can do for you. And that's where it ends.
My God,
because I know a lot of people that have gotten DUIs and their wives stay with them.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
You know? And that's... he blamed the DUI for the child loss and the separation.
I mean...
But it's just crazy, like, bro, imagine, like, bro... The nigga looks like one of us. You would never think.
No.
And full-fledged.
I feel like I feel comfortable making comments about that because like I consider myself bisexual. I mean, I've dated women in the past. Like I've been with women. Like I still think what's happening now is weird as fuck. And there's just way too much fucking gayness.
Way too much.
Way too much gayness, dude. Got to tone it down a little bit. Just like, a little bit.
Like, it's like, there's so much gays almost starting to feel straight.
Dude, there's so many gays and I'm starting to feel like we're in trouble. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna take like there's it's getting crazy, dude. It's getting crazy.
I don't know, but I don't have no issue with it. It's just the crazy part that there's no signs. There's no symptoms anymore. There used to be symptoms.
Well, I'm just glad that, like, you know, thank God that, like, when I was like a tomboy, like that I was just a tomboy. You know, think about it now. Like, if I was born like 10
now,
years
if you were
later,
a tomboy,
oh my
they'll
God,
force
dude,
you to be
I would have cut
the
my
opposite.
tits off.
Yeah.
So my parents would have got me to cut my boobs off.
And that's just fucked up.
And I was playing basketball, softball. I mean, I got called dyke in high school. Like, dudes threw stuff at me. I had no titties. They're huge now, but believe it or not, there was nothing when I was younger. And like, believe it or not, dude, no boobs. But looking back now, like, had I not had like, you know, really hood parents and grown up in the system, I probably would have ended up, you know, gone down a different route for sure.
Nah, for sure. And it's
weird.
like you said, it's like, yeah, people go through a little phase or whatever, but that doesn't mean that identifies who they are, bro. Like,
no.
Some people, like I said, like I was just going to say, like, oh, she's tomboy. Right away, they'll force her to be a boy.
Right.
And be like, oh, no, that's just her fucking look. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, yeah, no, it's very pushed upon us.
For sure.
And it's just another thing. It's just kind of, I don't know. And I almost feels like,
well, it's like $1 billion industry to be gay. You know what I mean? It's like think of how much money they make on like marketing. Like they you know, it's just another agenda.
That's why I don't even like with that whole like.
That's
Bad
why I
Bunny.
only wear black. I'm not fucking conforming.
Yeah. Honestly, the other day I was going through my clothes. Like, why do I wear so much black?
Your shirt today is nuts, dude. That was a wild choice. I like it though.
You know, I'm over here looking.
When life gives you lemons.
Yeah. He was, you know, squeeze some bitches.
Speaking of lemons, you would not believe the night I had last night.
I know. The fact that you told me that was some banging on your door, that's kind of scary.
It wasn't my door, dude. It was some guy's house I was hanging out at.
But fuck that.
Watching a movie all of a sudden.
What movie was it?
Dude, the new Conjuring. It was crazy.
So that was probably stressful.
I mean, I don't know what was more stressful, him or his therapist ex fucking banging on the door at 1:30 in the morning, but it definitely was not the best.
Sounds like a Broward County love story.
It was literally, yeah.
So the fishing, how's that been treating you?
Oh my God, dude.
You
honestly,
told me that's been weird.
So like I started fishing because I just needed something else. Like I like when I'm not with the kids and I'm not tattooing, like it's really hard to not be like stuck in my head, like and dwell on like the sadness of the beginnings of my life. So I started fishing almost like to replace being sad.
Yeah, but I feel like occupying.
Yeah, honestly, I just went one time and like I caught a fish like immediately, and it was like I felt like I was on drugs. I was like, this is fucking crazy. And like, you know, I was vegan for like half of my life. I volunteered at PETA for years. I was like a fucking Antifa animal rights terrorist like when I was younger. So for me, oh dude, it was yeah, dude, it was like more like LA weird shit. But yeah, Boca now. But so the fact that I like fish now and I'm like into like the things that I'm into is crazy. But fishing definitely saved me. It was like pretty rough last year. I mean, you know, I was like not doing all right mentally at all. I had a sad childhood. I feel bad for me. Please. I grew up in foster care in Miami. Sound effect.
Or is it?
My Venmo is at Nicole Lee Tattooer _
Support my sadness.
I don't have insurance and I go to therapy twice a week.
Nah, but I feel you, dude. Honestly, but at that time, would you say the system's worse now or better now?
You know what's crazy is like I've been making this documentary for like the last couple, or I mean I've been in it, but I've had this production camera people following me for like the last 2 years. And recently we went down to an adolescent school that I went to in Miami when I was growing up in DCF in foster care. And it closed down in 2013. I went to this school in 2003 and we're now in 2025 and they still had all the same furniture. So if that's bro. Do you know what I mean?
Nuts.
And like, I like you kind of know a little bit.
Who pays for all that shit?
So the Department of Labor is basically in charge of these schools. I can't say too much about it, but because like, you know, I've been like, you know, dealing with some legal lawsuits, trying to kind of like take down some people that definitely deserve to be taken down, and I'll leave it at that. But going back to that school for the documentary and seeing that they still had the same cups, the same plates, the same couches, I'm like, that's disgusting. Like, where's the $1.7 billion a year you get in funding? It's obviously, and that was like what kind of opened my eyes. Like I knew that everything had that happened during those times, because like I was in DCF from like 10 to 16, so like I knew it was fucked up. But going back there, I was like, holy shit, like this really happened. And because I went back there, I ended up like doing a little investigation, and I found 3 other survivors from the school. And now we're all like in a class action suit against the school. And that's kind of like part of what the film is about. But during this whole process and like the last 2 years, like my mental health is like, it took a dive, you know what I mean? Because it was like forcing me to like, you know, imagine going to a school that I hadn't been to that school since I was 13. And like the last time I was there, the cops brought me there. You know, it's like, that's such like a weird thing to kind of go through and process. But I found that like fishing gave me something to look forward to, that like, you know, I love being a mom, but it's like the most underappreciated job that you can have. I love tattooing, but like it's brought me a lot of pain and suffering as well. Fishing is something that I have for me that I can go and do in Broward, where I grew up, and kind of go back to the hood and like be in the areas that I remember kind of running around when I was a kid. But instead of like chasing my mom or like doing drugs or partying or like stealing cars, I'm fucking... You know what I mean? And like, I think that there's something that just hit with it. But yeah, dude, I could talk about fishing forever.
So for the people, obviously, like, again, for the people that don't know you, so you originally were born and raised here in Florida.
Okay, so I was born in California. Are you good?
Yeah.
You want me to call the ambulance?
I think I'm okay.
So I was actually born in California. I was adopted at birth by some distant older family members, and my mom came back to Florida to like get sober. She had like, my parents had drug problems, you know, same old Florida shit. But when I was like 8 years old, my adoptive parents, like, you know, they were getting older. My adopted mother got sick. She got cancer. She did at-home hospice and died. My adopted father wasn't a blood family member. There was no adoption papers back then. So basically it was like, okay, she's going to go with her bio family. Okay, where's her bio family? The Highlands, you know, Pompano. So I ended up like leaving like my whole entire like world. That was like a really great childhood filled with like vacations, great schools,
so how
horseback
old are you
riding.
When you moved over here then?
I was 8.
Okay.
So, and I had never really met my bio family, maybe once or twice, but like no memories. So I was kind of just thrown right back into my bio family. It went really well until it didn't go well. You know this too, but like, you know that when I was 9, I was almost kidnapped. And then that's when DCF actually took me out of my family's home, because my mom had forgotten to pick me up from school one day. I walked home. I was living in Davie. Like, I don't know, shout out to Silver Oaks Trailer Park, but that's where I was from. Not a good area. Yeah. And basically a pedophile like from like Parkland drove to like the hood and like chased me down the street, like yoked me up with a knife. Like, it was crazy.
Hey, Davey's scary.
Bro, it was wild.
I ended
up getting away. And I went to like a 2-month trial. He went to prison, and DCF was like, no, like, this is it. So DCF came in, they took me away, and it was just basically like right into like, I went to different group homes. I was with a Cuban foster family in Hialeah for like a year. Like, me and her I still talk to that family. Like, and I basically just bounced through the system until I was 16. And then I started the emancipation process. But I pretty much lived in every group home for teens from Broward to Homestead between like 10 to 16. Yeah. So that was my life. You know what I mean? And fucking then rough. It was crazy. It was crazy. I started doing really crazy stuff for work. Like, obviously when you grow up how we did and you come from where we come, either you sell drugs or you sell your body or you sell, you know, you scant whatever you want to do. I got into some really crazy stuff, you know, like if you know, you can Google me, or you already have, but we're not going to go down that road. And, you know, and I ended up getting like really like locked up into this like cult basically until I was like 25.
So my thing is, so did life bring you into that route, or did you start tattooing in that route, or did that life bring you into tattooing?
So tattooing definitely saved my life, because throughout all the chaos of like DCF group homes.
Because at that time there was weirdos.
But honestly, I got really lucky. You know what? Like, and you know the people that I started out with. So the first tattoo shop I ever worked in, I was like actually got paid. I was like 14, 15 years old, and I used to sweep and clean up at Funhouse. And it was owned by Ian and Bunky and Sicko, and Gilbert was still there. Danny, this dude Danny, he now owns a shop out in Boca by me. But you know, we're talking like, fuck, dude, I'm 41 years old, like over 20 years ago. But I used to like clean up there and hang out. I started getting tattooed really young. Burt Crack did my first like professional, like traditional tattoo. My mom had a sign for it when I was 17. And you know, he's done like probably like, I would say like 30 to 40% of my tattoos.
Oh yeah.
And tattooed me for like the first like 8 years of my life. But I later went on to work for him, but whatever. I mean, the tattooing thing is really what saved me. Basically, had I not been able to work in the shops that I worked in as a shop girl and a piercer, I don't think I would have gotten as good as I got. I was able to kind of like make a name for myself in tattooing to get me out of that life, you know?
Okay.
So it was like a transitional period, but I would say probably around 28 is when I finally started like doing conventions. I started winning a lot of awards. Like, you know, I have like almost 100 awards in black and gray. Like I definitely like got to a point where it was like, I was killing it and it was really working for me. But I think now looking back, tattooing was just like a mask to to not have to like disassociate from what I had been through and to forget about it and like just basically start my life over and like never think about any of that shit again. Because you know how it is growing up here. We're indoctrinated to not think about our childhood.
Yeah.
We sweep it under this carpet or you know what I mean? It's just a different way of life. So, you know, and then I had kids and all the chemicals changed in my body and I was forced to look at my trauma and everything just kind of fucking exploded. Hence the last 2 years of this healing journey. But yeah, man, I've always kind of been into tattooing. I started getting pretty heavily tattooed when I was like 13. Yeah.
And then, so were you always like curious to tattoo? Like, were you drawing as a kid through this whole time, or is it like?
It's like, I feel like it's like the same story with like all tattooers who have been around as long as I have. Like I was that kid in school that like you asked to draw your trees. You're like, yo, Nicole, bro, can you draw my trees, dude? Or like, you know, so I was like the person and looking back now, I was like, I don't even think I was that good, but there was definitely like something there, you know? And
I feel like I always tell people too, especially at our age, it's like, oh my God, you're so talented. It's like, bro, at this point, there's no talent.
Say that to me.
You know how much hours we put in this shit? We better be fucking good at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I say all the time, I'm so bad. Like I still like, you can even like ask my bosses / mentors / friends, like my tattoo shop I work in now. I owned my shop for 7 years. I sold it and went back to work for my mentors. Sorry. Anyways, and like I ask them for help all the time. Like my boss, Jason, has to help me with my stencils. He has to fix my drawings. And we're talking like almost 20 years in. Like that's probably something that I really hate about tattooing today is like watching people that have like 5 to 8 years, like school online. Like, let me tell you what you're gonna do, my guy. It's like, what? Like, you know, it's weird. Honestly, to be honest with you, I'm hoping to just like transition into fishing full time because I started monetizing on it and getting paid for it. Now I'm building the fishing YouTube. So hopefully I can retire into fishing.
But you don't
it's
think
every white person's dream.
Yeah, for sure.
Literally.
The white girls are killing it in Florida.
They are. And there's none with like face tattoos and like massive boobs. So I'm like, I have a niche, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I've been catching a lot of fish.
Betties.
Broward _bass _ babe.
Tell them.
Plug. Excuse me.
Hit them with it. But nah, so you don't think you'll miss tattooing though? Or you'll still do it here and there?
I told my bosses the other day, like I would like to get to the point where I'm fishing full time and it's not only like my passion, but it's also kind of financially taking care of me and the girls. I lived a life of luxury. I had a 5-bedroom house. I had an $80,000 Benz. Like I just want to like be poor. I want like the lowest amount of bills I can possibly have. I just want to fish, make a little bit of money, and then maybe tattoo like 3-4 days a week. I still, after like tattooing and being in the industry for as long as I have to wake up and grind it every fucking day. It never comes easy. I don't just wake up and say, oh, I'm booked for another 3 months. Like, no. I have to wake up. I got to go through my shit.
Are living that life no more.
It's never been like that for me. I don't even when you used to come do my events or come work at my shop, like, yeah, but like, I think I always was really humble about how busy I was. And I never really like let it change me. Yeah. We know a lot of people that got really busy and they changed. No, I've always been the same.
No, I figured. I mean, yeah, I feel like I've been the same person when I was making money or not making money. And when I was really making money was at the bar. And I was a fucking kid, and I was still fucking nice about it. I was still that fucking chubby dreadhead kid in the back.
You did look so different when we met.
Oh, dude.
It was cute. You look like a little baby.
I was. And I feel like
How old are you now?
37.
So how old were you back then?
2016, so 10 years ago. So I'm 27.
That's crazy. Yeah, baby, for real.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But I was also fucking like depressed and stressed. Had 2 kids, running a bar, was still going to school, and I was working.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was like at the ends of my ex. So it was like, can't even hear that.
That's actually that was like one of the first conversations you and I had outside of us being in the same group of people doing the same things was like, you probably don't remember this because I feel like I have like the trauma. I just remember everything. But I was like, oh, this is your spot. And you're like, yeah, this is mine. I was like, oh, you like you own it? You're like, yeah. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. I was like, this place is fucking cool. I was like, I love it,
dope.
you know?
Honestly,
and I was shocked that somebody so young had like, that place was booming. That was like one of the only places I used to hang out and drink before I got sober.
I believe it.
I was in a spot.
Oh, it's because I keep moving?
You're getting out of frame.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Right there. I'm right here. Look at that. That's me in the square.
But yeah, it's wild that like
honestly, what's funny about that place is I would go there. I would be working and like a city worker would come in or somebody was like, hey, we're here to talk to the owner of the place. And I was like, for sure. What, you guys need him? Or it's like, no. I was like, and then they'd be like, well, can you let me know? Can you give them this paper and let them know when they come in to give us a call? Or they'd be like, hey, we're looking for your mom and your dad that runs this shop or some shit. And they would never believe me. A lot of the time they'd be like, you own this place? Dude, there was a point that a cop came to my place and he was like, what is this place? I was like, oh, it's like a graffiti lounge bar. I make tapas food and whatever. We sell beer. And he was like, all right. He's like, so who owns it? And I was like, me. He's like, you own this place, kid? And I was like, yeah, I made this place by myself. He's like, and then he looked at me and he was like, well, I'm gonna let you know right now. It doesn't take a lot of work to shut places like this down. And I was like, all right, for sure, buddy. See you later. The funny thing about that guy is I saw him a year later and he told me, he was like, after I already been there for a year, and I used to donate Hollywood $250 a year.
That's crazy.
So they wouldn't fucking harass me type shit. And then you get the cool little sticker.
Yeah, I used to do stuff like that for Boca when I had a business there. Yeah. And then they arrested me and I told them to get fucked.
Well, I almost got arrested in front of my bar and I told him, he's like, bro, this is the dumbest shit you're going to do right now.
Dude, the cops love arresting business owners and like calling the news.
He almost arrested. I was handcuffed in front of the bar.
It's crazy.
And then all the people at the bar was like watching and then they got all nervous.
They did the old, no, just come by. We're just going to chat and you're going to leave with a court summons. 5 days in gun club. No bond.
Yeah. Nah.
Fucking Boca.
Honestly, knock on wood, I've never been locked
I'm back
up.
in Pompano. Dude, that's the only time I've been arrested as an adult. I've been a juvie a bunch. I've been arrested and held in different places like cities where you get in trouble, they release you. But charged, processed,
never.
Gun club.
The only time I've ever been processed is with this child thing. It's the worst.
Oh my God.
Never been in the system. And then the misdemeanor I caught with a fish.
Honestly though, I truly believe that being in the child family system is way worse than the criminal system.
Oh, it is.
It's so much worse.
And there's like long-term trauma.
Oh yeah, for sure. And people don't know this, but like once your kids are in the system, that's it until they're like, that's it.
Until they're older.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Unfortunate.
Dude, people do silly things when they don't grow up here.
No, and then for no reason, bro. This is all a waste of time. We can all just be chilling.
It's called coercive control or something. I don't know. I sent you that thing. I've been reading a lot about it. It's just like abuse through the family court system. Basically, like it's like another $1 billion fucking fraudulent industry. You know, selling kids. Taking them away from the good parent.
Yeah, it's honestly crazy, like how it's all like designed to like literally set us up. And
between what you and I have spent in like custody court, we could have opened 3 new tattoo shops.
Oh, for sure.
They could have ran on business.
I mean, we got old enough kids to like do stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like run the front desk. Like,
yeah, we'll just turn them into workers.
Yeah. For real. Fuck school. Do it online.
Yeah, right.
So besides the fishing stuff, what's some of the other things that really got you driving?
I mean, the documentary thing's been really cool.
So when's that popping?
So,
what's
oh my God, I thought, you know, I've always loved watching documentaries and stuff. And I thought that I had no idea how long they take to make.
Oh, dude.
Like, so
well, how long have you guys been running it?
We've been filming for 2.5 years and they film me probably 3 to 4 times a year. They come out and film me, like they meet up and film me. So the next thing that we're filming is in like 3 weeks, we're going to Davie and I'm going to, for the first time, I haven't been on this road since I almost got kidnapped there. I'm going to walk the road. So they're filming
what road
that.
Is it? Like
I
orange?
have the police report. I don't like have it by heart. To be honest with you, I haven't looked at that police report or like the pictures of that guy or any of that stuff since it happened. I did it for the first time last week and I like crashed out after. Cause like you tell yourself, you're like, oh, I'm strong. I'm like a badass. Like it's not even gonna bother me. It happened so long ago, you know? And then you're like looking at the police report and it's like reading what happened that day. And I'm like 9 years old and I'm like, okay, like this is crazy, you know? But you know me, I've always been like really like self-deprecating and like good at disassociating. So I use humor to kind of mask everything. But like truly it's been like fucking harrowing. But we're expected to probably not be done for like another 3 years. If the lawsuit, one of the lawsuits that I'm in, if it ends up going to trial, it could take like 2 to 3 years. I'm suing like a multi-billion-dollar company for the stuff that happened during the time that I was in the system. So yeah.
But you don't think you want, because of the lawsuit, is what's like what judges the time you actually get to air it or something?
Yeah, pretty much. Because so I've already closed up a couple of lawsuits and I have NDAs signed. How these lawsuits that are still open end, they're either going to end in a trial where I'm fighting for what's right, or I'm going to end up taking a settlement and signing a like an NDA. Yeah. Based on this one case, I can tell you it would have to be like buku dumb money for me to like not go to trial, because this particular facility, there's been over 250 reports of like sexual abuse that have happened at their facilities.
And nothing's being done about it?
No, they still have like, I think 22 facilities throughout the country. And what's crazy is so you know how like when we're like talking about things, like the adverts come up. Since I've started working on this particular case, an investigation, I started getting sponsored ads for the school in my Facebook being like, send your kid here.
But
this is the American dream.
You don't think that's the whole...
And not for nothing, but there's a bunch of Democratic politicians who back the school. And I'm like, are you shocked? You know, like, are you shocked? Trump was actually the one that took the funding away from some of these schools. He was the one that went in and was like, whoa, little to no success rate, lots of violations, lots of broken kids.
Yeah, I feel like they like that shit.
Yeah, they're weirdos. I mean, we like, you know, that'd be like fucking episode 2, but my perspectives and like morals and beliefs have massively changed in the last couple of years since I started looking at my trauma and seeing how I grew up, you know. Being a parent and wanting to break generational trauma does wild things to your mindset.
Oh, I agree. I agree about that. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like that's not something that we were really thinking about.
No.
Because another thing I feel like also what happens is to like people that us is the fact that you start making money, you start making moves, and you realize that it really ain't shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Money means nothing.
So then you got to start looking within, like, what's going to really make me happy?
Yeah.
Like, the simpler shit is where his happiness is.
You know what it is? For the first time in my life, like, I have, like, more women friends than I've ever had.
That's awesome.
I think I like hated myself for very long, and it like showed in my treatment of others. And like on the outside, everyone would be like, oh, you know, she's so cool, or she has this, or she's that, or like, oh, like, you know, she was married to this guy, or she's been on this thing. And it's like, really at the end of the day, when I was home with myself alone, I fucking hated myself. I couldn't even look in the mirror. Making some adjustments and like how I treated others, like in turn, I started treating myself better. But yeah, it's been a really crazy journey. I mean, the documentary is not going to be out for a couple of years. There's a lot of moving parts. Since we started filming it, production is now talking about making it a series, which is like, I can't even believe that, like that they want to invest in me in like a series, but there's just so many moving parts, you know? Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, like my story is pretty crazy. Like I was married to somebody really wild that was in a pretty well-known band and toured with them. And like, there's some stuff that's kind of come out in that history. And like, I don't know, it's just going to take a little longer.
You can't just make a fucking hour-and-a-half episode and call it.
No.
Yeah. It's going to feel rush as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Since I started making the documentary, I have like 8 or 9 cease and desists from men. I'm like, put it on my tab. Put it on my tab.
Cease and desist.
I'll never shut up.
Bro.
I got receipts. Allegedly, Men are trash. I'm just joking. But that's what my lawyer says. She's like, just start putting allegedly in front of everything and you're fine. Yeah. So now I'm just like, allegedly, your boy's a rapist. That's what I heard. I don't know. Yeah. You know, men are wild though.
It's just, well, I mean, bro, the shit that you be posting sometimes is like, bro, do you? And it's crazy because
would you think that my DMs are really like that until you actually saw it with your own face?
No, I would already know.
It's crazy.
Because I'm sure like.
Well, they Google, it's either one of two things. They either know my history and they think I'm up for anything and everything, or they look at my appearance and they think I'm up for anything and everything. When little, like, you know me and anyone that knows me, like on the inside, I'm like vanilla as fuck, dude. I'm like such a weird nerd. Like, you know, yeah. I like a frumpy, chubby, ginger white boy who like,
ginger white,
like, you know, I don't know. I just like, it couldn't be further from the truth. If anything, I'm so soft. I'm such a soft, emotional, sensitive girl. Okay. Yeah.
This is all facade, guys.
Yeah, this is like,
we're so gentle inside.
Childhood drama.
Yeah.
Nobody gets this tattooed and does what I do for work 20 years ago that like came from fucking Chesterfield, Connecticut with like,
no.
you know, rich parents.
I remember one time
I'm a product of my past.
Yeah. And it's funny because I remember one time we were talking about like someone was talking about cutting and I was like,
oh my God.
I never cut. And then I thought about it. I was like, hold on. I'm all cut up. All these tattoos are basically the same shit. But the crazy part is I was raised Mormon and I had both my parents for a good minute, but it's just like, I'm definitely a product of my environment. Hollywood definitely, you know.
People are shocked when I say it, but like my appearance is 100% the effect of like an untreated mental illness for sure. You know what I mean? It didn't matter what career I got into, like going so extreme. Like, dude, I was 19 with face tattoos. Girls didn't have face tattoos 20 years ago. They just didn't. You know, I had my hands tattooed. Like, I was screaming for attention and for someone to save me. I like even today, like some, you know, I've like thought about lasering my hands and my face tattoos off before because I hate being associated with most people that look like me now. Yeah. Everyone thinks I'm like a weirdo perv, you know? You know how, because if you have like, you know, tattoos, colored hair, piercings, you have no boundaries.
Yeah.
None.
No, you're right.
You know,
and
there's
honestly,
just none.
like, yeah, I don't know. The industry is just weird.
We used to be unique is what I'm saying. And now we're not, you know?
Like I was even thinking about it the other day. I was like, damn, I used to be a fetish. And now it's like weirdos are part of it.
I'm still a fetish and I hate that. It's disgusting. I'm a magnet for weird freaking like dudes that
are secretly gay.
They want to like drink my bathwater and walk them around on a leash.
I mean, I love white people, but white men have become very weird.
I'll be real with you though. Brown people have come a long way in the weirdness because I get some dudes that are like, you go to their page and you see what they're about and you would never think that Tyrone the homie is like, girl, pee on me, but he is. Like, I have like,
anime has changed the hood.
Niggas getting don't be racist because all colors are weird, dude. They're all looking. Now. Yeah, it's like, it's become really popular to like be weird.
Lil Wayne fucked it all up. Once he started skateboarding, niggas just didn't know how to behave no more.
All the culture started interfering too much and it got crazy. Yeah, it was like...
You got fucking hood niggas.
See, like,
doing
I'm
white
a weird
people
anomaly
stuff.
because, like, as I recognize that I'm like super white, I grew up the minority everywhere I was, you know, in the system, in a group home, living with my mom in the hood. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, sometimes I get really confused about like.
Now you got black niggas teaching you how to glass bottom boat.
Oh my God, dude.
Or Dirty Sanchez. When all those are like white people,
you know
like
what,
men
though?
jokes.
Like, I will say one thing, like, that's good about my appearance is like I can go to any hood and be left alone. You know what I mean? Like we do good anywhere. Like you don't have to work. Like people, they're like, all right, that bitch has seen some shit. Like you know what I mean? Like, you know,
let's not piss her off today.
Right? Yeah.
Passage traumas or not, I'm sure she's still there.
Yeah. So that's good.
No,
you
I
know?
feel that. No, I agree. That's one thing I can say is like as much as the weird looks has gone downwards, you do still get a lot of people that just leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Like just rather not. But it is annoying when you got a grown ass man looking at you and you can tell he just wants to ask you a question.
Yeah.
And then once you finally be like, hey, you dropped something. Hey, by the way, I just really wanted to tell you about your face tattoos. And you're like, nigga, you could have just said that.
Dude.
Instead of just like,
yeah. See, it's different when you're a woman. There's just no pause. It's like door open. You wet it all.
Nah,
you know,
I know.
like
It's probably
crazy.
So annoying. Hey, could I look at your tattoos? Oh my God. What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew. Ugh. The touching phase was weird. Thank God people started that.
Is that
dude.
fresh?
I can't tell you how many people have like gone up to me and like tried to touch my face and like actually like made contact. Dude, luckily it was like in a time that I was like, if that happened today, mugshot number 2, bro.
Nah,
Walk up to me in public and touch one of my face tattoos and like the trauma triggered is not the word.
I'm not gonna lie. So when I already had what did I have? I had my whole arm done and I had my chest and I had one of my hands when I was still an AC tech for my last companies. And I would go to these rich people's houses and they would literally call my boss and be like, he can't come inside.
Oh my God.
And he was like, well, he's our field manager. So if he doesn't go, you got to wait another 2 months. He's like, well, he's too young. So how does he know what he's doing? He's our field manager. So if you don't want him to come in, you're going to have to wait 2 months. All right, let him in. And then it comes to a point that they're following me around their fucking like $10 million home, just following me everywhere. And they're just looking at me like the whole time. And then I fix their shit and it's weird, bro. Because they're like,
my God.
some people like, I'll be working and they're like right here, just like, bitch, I'm not going to steal your screws. So chill the fuck out.
Yeah, right.
But I would have people like, yo, at the end, after I fix their AC and they talk to me for the last hour, because I'm not just going to stand there while you breathe on my neck. They'd be like, why do you do it to yourself? You're such a good person. Why would you do this to yourself? And I was like, excuse me? He's like, and then I would never forget there was this like older Spanish woman, rich as fuck. Her husband like owned like a baking company. And they sold bacon to all the Costco's and the BJ's and all, bro, balling ass house off of Las Olas. And she was like, you're such a handsome man. Why would you do this to yourself? You could have such a different life if you didn't have all this on you. And I was like, bitch, what are you talking about? You about to buy me?
I could have a different life if I wasn't born to the parents I was born to. What are you talking about?
If I wasn't Mormon,
I could have a different life if I wasn't from Broward County, Florida. Like,
if I was allowed to watch South Park, shit probably would have been better.
Oh my God, if I wasn't allowed to watch South Park, shit probably would have been better.
It's just crazy how like back then people were like,
dude, my favorite line, and like I hear this all the time, and like I get called a dumb bitch on the internet way too much, and it's crazy because I graduated with 3.4 GPA. I'm actually pretty tiny. I'm pretty smart, but people are like, wow, you're like actually like really smart. You're like smart, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Did you think I was going to be fucking retarded? Like, it's crazy that they associate looking like us with being idiotic.
Or even being hood.
Yeah.
That's another thing I hate too.
I had a little kid come up to me and he was like, at Chick-fil-A, I was with the girls, and he was like, are you a SoundCloud? He's like, are you a rapper? And I was like, what? I was like, are you asking me if I'm a rapper because I'm white and I have face tattoos? And he was like, yeah. He's like Post Malone. And I was like,
Post Malone.
I was like, no, I'm a tattoo artist. I'm way broker than that. It was like way less cool job. But it's true. They really do associate like people that look like us either being in like rap and hip hop or drugs or in my case, criminal activity, stripper.
No, it's nuts. It
you
really
ain't wrong.
Now it's again.
There was a time in the back of the day.
But I feel like, I don't know. Do you prefer to have that time or live in the time that now you might be a weirdo?
I love getting older. Like turning 40 was crazy. Turning 41 was cool. Like I have no problem getting older. I don't want to go back for anything. The sooner this is all over, the better. I would like to see my children get married and have kids and then
I feel you.
You know, like I've when you're like us and you've worked a full-time job since most kids are fucking in Girl Scouts, we should be retired.
We should.
And
retired. Honestly, I think about that shit.
To be 41 years old and have the same craft for 20 years is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I was actually doing an AC job with my buddy and I was like, bro, we almost known each other for 20 years.
Ugh.
That's fucking weird. Ugh. And we're not even 40 yet.
I know.
Like, bro, how the fuck have I been doing almost something for 20 years? So no, it's nuts. And honestly,
I think that's why we get like other hobbies and we start doing other things.
And again, starting to work for so young, you feel like you should need to retire already.
I know.
I told somebody the other day I needed to retire last week, bro.
But then at the same time, like I had a slow week of tattooing last week, and I'm like looking in the mirror, I'm like, you freaking loser piece of, it's like I should like take the time to chill, but instead I feel like a loser because I'm not like a workhorse.
But another thing is like, think about it. Like, when's the last time you had like a real job? Forever.
Oh, God, the last real actual job I had. God, I quit doing adult stuff for my first husband, and I worked at Hot Topic because I couldn't get a job anywhere else. Yeah, he wasn't into what I was doing, So that was the last time and that was like I was like 22 years old.
There you go. So
Yeah.
my first job
Hot
recently
topic,
was
22.
fucking baling hay, and before that it was like 12 years. And I remember the boss even telling me, like, "Hey Josh, I know it's pretty hard to work again after 12 years." I was like, "Listen, motherfucker,
Oh my God.
I'll leave right now. Don't do
so
this
funny.
to me, motherfucker." But so what, to put a cap on the show, what's some upcoming things you got going on? What's some projects you are looking forward to finish off the year? What's some things you would like us to continue, following you on? Oh,
I zoned out. My daughter just texted me. Wait.
everything's all right.
Yeah. Just saying goodnight. Mom life.
So what's some upcoming things you got
stuff.
going on
So
before the year ends?
Okay, so I ended up like connecting with some really talented a cinematographer, like a camera guy, and like this little production company. They've done a couple other fishing YouTubes, and they found me on Instagram, and they were like, "Hey, we really like your fishing. Like, you seem to be doing pretty good with it. Like, we would love to like build a YouTube channel for you." So we started.
You posted that.
Yeah, so we film like 3 days a week. They film me fish all over South Florida. It started out that I was doing a lot of bass fishing, but now I've kind of like gone on to saltwater, and like basically it's cool. I like meet up with random people that I meet online through fishing, and they like show me their fishing spots, and then like I'll take them to one of mine. And the YouTube channel will go live at 90 catches, like once we have 90 catches, and I'm at like 22 right now filmed. So it's probably going to be another couple months, but that'll be like my main focus.
Okay.
And then I've been working on a nonprofit with a really good friend of mine. He's a really talented music producer. His name is Rojas. He goes by Rojas on the Beat. He was Kodak and X's touring DJ and wrote Look at Me and did a bunch of shit for them. So him and I started a nonprofit that works at organizing and building up funds for sex trafficking survivors. There's a lot of girls and women who have come out of Broward County and Dade from the hood and the other side of the tracks, like me, that got dragged into some like really dark paths. And we want to make sure that when those girls are ready to get out of that life, that there's some life there for them to have, you know? Sure. Like I've been institutionalized plenty of times for I should be dead, you know? And really because there was no resources for me when I wanted that healing. So, the nonprofit is called Paws Off. And fishing, and I'm tattooing at Black Pelican. It's in Boca Raton, and that's been going really good. You know, we have like 100 years of experience between 5 tattooers, which is freaking crazy nowadays. And yeah, dude, life is good. Life is good. I'm in therapy twice a week. I still can't stand 70% of men, but I have some good ones in my life, and I'm holding it down with the ladies, and I'm just praying for the best, dude, you know?
Holding it down with the ladies.
Pray for the best.
Yeah,
but I want to start a podcast soon too. Like I'm trying to get a little bit more comfortable with talking to the camera, you know, like the first like 10 years of the filming I did was pretty traumatizing and like hard to do. So learning how to be on camera again is like pretty crazy.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a different vibe, you know?
I bet.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Hey, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know we can talk definitely about a lot more.
Yeah, we can keep going. We're going to do this again.
Yeah, for sure. But,
sure, this is great.
Hey, another thing I noticed in this episode, guys, we're still going to have episodes with performances. Nicole, her talents is art. So
oh my God.
It is.
Yeah.
And now fishing.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Eventually we'll have
I hope we put some clips into me fishing because I'd crash out.
You can
it's so funny.
Send them stuff.
Yeah, we'll send some clips. And I have to take you fishing because you need to come on my channel.
No, I know. I'm down.
Yeah.
I haven't been fishing in forever. But guys, we're back. Season 4. I don't know what number episode this will be, but we're back.
We're excited.
What did you just said? 1. This is episode 1, you're right, of season 4. That's how it works. So forget the other number on there. Besides that, what just happened? That's disgusting. Oh my God, Nico. Look at you. Guys, but yeah, this is Talk About with Lust. I'm your host, Lust, and we're back. Don't miss it. You know, like, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram for daily updates and all the good stuff. And also watch Josh Does Everything, where you can see my
oh my
growth,
God, Miko.
the growth of all my life and
Miko.
animal.
Allegedly, I have Miko's sibling.
Allegedly. But guys, thank you
Oh my
for
God,
joining
look
us
at
again.
Miko.
Guys,
Bye, everybody. Thanks for having me. This has been really good.
we're back, guys. We're back. The whole crew is here.
That's a wrap?
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
The first episode.